Hey everyone, welcome to Picture Alaska. From creatures great and small, we take a look at some of those photos that you, our viewers, have submitted. Not just photos, but also videos. So let's get to that first one. And our first submission comes from John Gomes, a big bull moose in the snow. And that has been the case here a couple of times. The Anchorage area is seeing a couple of snowstorms roll through. And now to creatures small but curious, this little squirrel sent in by Janice Bunting, seeming to take a very strong interest in this Halloween jack-o'-lantern and getting a little braver, sticking his head, say, hey, there seems to be some kind of morsel in here that I might be able to make use of. He sees something, definitely. They're brave enough to stick his whole head into that little pumpkin and come out with a post-Halloween treat. So thank you so much for sending those in. Now let's go to this beautiful sunrise, pastel colors there in the sky, a little bit of a low cloud layer obscuring the mountains a bit across the bay, Kachemak Bay that is, but a nice view of the spit there. This sunrise scene from Kim Sharp out of Homer. As far as sunrises, we'll stick with Homer along the beach going for a walk. Mary Katsky shot this little photo, but I love how it's the water and the beach that more reflect the sunrise than even the sky beyond. On the Matanuska River, it was a beautiful day when Sarah Birch took this image of the view she was seeing. There is some ice along the shore, and you can see some pans of ice there in the channel a little bit farther out, but the seasons are changing, of course. Delta Junction, this sunset by Matthew Nicolai. There is a little layer of mist there close to the surface, but those clouds kind of swirling, highlighted by that setting sun. Sunsets are great, so are aurora displays, and this one was over the Dalton Highway from milepost 221. Danny Kazak sending that in. I love how he positioned the big rig right in front of that, so they're both showing off. I think that's great. Now let's kind of get over into some other things that are kind of neat, but also you have to watch out. This was a couple of moose. A gentleman, Douglas Schaefer, was just seeming to wanting to move his car, maybe push it into the driveway as the snow was just starting to fall, but just out of the corner of his eye probably caught a quick swift movement as two moose come barreling from the side yard, jump right over his hood and safely make it back out of the garage. But I'm sure that was quite the surprise. So thank you for sending in and sharing your morning there, Doug. Trick or treat moose. They are very savvy these days to know that people put out pumpkins, and hey, if they even ring your doorbell, say, hey, where's your pumpkin? That might have been the case. Jerry Dunn said this guy got a little frustrated, like maybe you don't have one out yet. We have had some snowfall, but Morgan Judy sent in this compilation of a 24-hour snowfall. You can check out the branches of that tree just way down with that snow. We'll give you another little look at that, but the snow accumulating on the ground, but you can really see how it affects those tree branches from right about this point, just as the sun was rising, and then you can really see those tree branches just start to get full of snow. Let's get to another video. This was from summer, but I don't know that we ever showed it on air. A black bear cub on a tree. Look how high he is on that cottonwood tree. So they are very agile climbers as cubs and as adults. Adam sending us this shot, and yeah, that was a very tall cottonwood. And hey, we're going to finish up with a kind of a shout out. We didn't use this over the summer, at least I did not, as a weather picture, but check out that view on top of Denali. Matthew Krisafi Lertzma and also Roger Germarillo, UAF students. Shout out to you two for summiting Denali back on June 7th of this year. So that is quite an accomplishment. I think that you should be very, very proud of yourself. So I hope the rest of your summer, and if you're still at UAF, maybe you have a chance to see this and see that we gave you kind of a nod of our head for taking on such a feat. Well, that's our Picture Alaska for this week. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll send you off with a copyright, and thank you so much again.